What is up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of the Upper 90 YouTube Soccer channel. In today's video, it's Thursday, so we need to go over Chelsea's injury report, so stick around as we dive deeper into this. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Mike. Huge Chelsea fan, in case you did not know and you are new to this channel. And if you are new, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. Helps grow this YouTube channel, helps get this video to more and more fans. Now, like I said, today's video is on Chelsea's injury report. Each and every week, I look at the report, see who's out, who's in, and this week we're actually fairly lucky because we only have 4 players out this week. 2/3 of them we already knew were going to be out, so again, it's not too big of a loss this weekend. Chelsea have been very fortunate the last couple matches. They played some easier teams. They first started with Norwich, then we had Newcastle, and this weekend we have Burnley before we go into international break. So lo and behold, we were a little bit lucky because we had 2 of our main strikers, Romelu Lukaku and Timo Werner, out during this time, and again, they will be missing this weekend. And I think right now it's more of a precautionary just to make sure they are fully fit when they come back from international break. I know with Romelu Lukaku, it's more of an ankle injury, and sometimes those can take a little bit longer. And again, I don't think we're going to try to push him to play as soon as possible. We don't really need him right now because we're not playing any big clubs. Burnley right now are sitting in 18th place, so again, they are not a team we really should have to worry about. They will come up more defensively like Newcastle did and Norwich tried to do when we played them, and that may be a little more difficult to score goals, but once we break them down, we shouldn't really have a difficult time, and therefore Romelu Lukaku missing is more detrimental to his goal-scoring record for this season. Same with Timo Werner, even though Timo Werner is capable of unlocking a lot of defenses with his pace, his runs, and Jorginho can usually make passes to him, which that itself may be a little more difficult, but with our top 3 that we have starting as of lately, we should be okay in that department. And then moving into the midfield, we have 2 players that, again, kind of knew, kind of didn't know, but if you watch a Champions League game, neither of these players played, so again, it's not too surprising that most likely they will miss out this weekend, and that happens to be Kovacic and Mason Mount. Now, Kovacic, same thing with Timo Werner and Romelu Lukaku. We already know this guy had an injury, more of a thigh type injury. Same thing, we're not going to be playing him this weekend. He probably won't come back until after international break, get a lot of rest, get his legs back to where they should be, and therefore back and running once we come back from international break. So same thing with him. We do have a little more depth in the midfield. It's hard to say who will start, whether it's Conte, Jorginho type of combination. I know Ruben Loftus-Cheek has been getting a lot of praise for Thomas Tuchel, and again, he may be starting this weekend. He did have a knock last weekend going into the weekend, but he did play a few minutes, so this might be his weekend where he finally gets that start. I've been really curious to see how well he can do once he gets really back to where he was before that Achilles injury, because he is a very phenomenal player, very skillful with his feet, very intelligent with the ball, passing and everything. And as we know, he's a very strong lad and doesn't get pushed off the ball too often. So he really reminds me of Michael Ballack, one of my favorite Chelsea players. Obviously, they're 2 different players, 2 different eras, but he does have very similar physical abilities such as Ballack, so therefore, again, he's a fun player to watch. And our last player that we need to talk about is, like I said, Mason Mount. This one's a little bit more of a blow, though he is 50% possibility of playing this weekend. He had some type of illness. They didn't really state what it was, so possibly maybe back this weekend, but I don't see it happening either. Again, we're playing Burnley. I don't think we need to rush any players back. If he is fully fit by this weekend, then yeah, we can start him, but it is Thursday, so it's hard to say exactly right now what will happen with him. And therefore, like I said, those are our 4 players that are missing. So surprisingly, Christian Pulisic is finally off our injured reserve list. This is massive. I don't know if he will be starting this weekend, but hopefully he will get some minutes because it's been so long since we've seen Christian Pulisic play for Chelsea, and therefore, like I said, I'm really looking to see how well he can do in the league this season because he's always a constant threat to any defensive team, and therefore, if he's able to play, he can be that player to unlock Burnley's defense. Again, I don't think they're going to be too hard to unlock, but again, he could be that player that could do that. Now, with our team then, it's difficult to say who will start in the back. I think it probably most likely will be Chilwell out on the left wing back, Rudiger, Thiago Silva, most likely Azpilicueta since he's not on the injured reserve either, along with Reece James at the right wing back. In the midfield, like I said, it's going to be a combination with Jorginho and Conte, Jorginho and RLC. And I think those two players itself can do really well in the midfield. Up top, I think Hudson-Odoi has really made a case for himself to be starting on that left wing. As I mentioned though, Christian Pulisic is healthy, so maybe he gets a start. Kai Havertz obviously up top. And on the right side, I think ZH deserves to start again. I know last weekend he didn't have the best game. He didn't have the worst game either to say. And he did just score this past week in Champions League. So I think that warrants him to start again this weekend. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how well he can do against Burnley. So that is all I have for you today in this injury report for Chelsea. Like I mentioned earlier in this video, if you are new to this channel, make sure to hit the like button and also subscribe if you haven't. I greatly appreciate that. So that is all I have for you today, and we will see you next time.